Welcome back to Matcha Mondays with Michelle. Today I want to recreate some matcha drinks that I've seen go viral on social media because sometimes you just can't physically go to that place to try it, but it's okay because we've got matcha at home. So I'm going to be recreating 4 drinks today: the Rockies Matcha and Community Goods Matcha Latte, a French Toast Matcha Latte using Nami Matcha's Kana First Harvest, a Banana Pudding Matcha Latte, and Hatoya's Matcha Latte topped with ice cream and mochi balls. So let's get into it. So for our first viral matcha, I'm going to be trying Rockies Matcha. Here's what the tin looks like. It has the Rockies Matcha logo at the top, and it says Community Goods Ceremonial Blend 20 grams on the front. This is a specific blend that Rockies made with Community Goods. Community Goods is a coffee shop slash cafe in Los Angeles. I've never been there before, but it is very popular. So this is a specific blend that Rockies made in partnership with Community Goods. So I want to try recreate the Community Goods matcha at home since I'm not in LA. And with the Rockies matcha package, they sent over this little info card. So on this side, you can see all their tools, and on this side is a recipe card. So I want to try doing the iced matcha latte recipe. They do sell it on their website. It's out of stock right now currently. They did gift me this though, so thank you to Rockies. So it's said to have a balanced nutty taste with a pronounced umami finish. Oh wow, it does smell very nutty. Here's what the color looks like. It's pretty green, not the brightest that I've seen, but again, color isn't a huge indicator of taste or quality. I'm also going to give you my first impression and review on this, but first, I do want to try this by itself as an usucha, just so I can get a sense of the flavor on its own first. For my usucha, I always do 2 grams of matcha and 70 grams of water at 170 degrees Fahrenheit. Let's try it. That's good. I actually really like that. It's really rich and creamy. I almost feel like I'm drinking a latte already just because of how rich and creamy it already is. And it is very nutty and very umami. I'm getting a little dark chocolatey aftertaste, but there is some vegetal notes too. It's very smooth, just the tiniest bit bitter, and it also is astringent. The flavor is pretty strong too. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, this is a good one. That's the thing, I've tried another blend from Rockies. I think it was just their ceremonial blend with the green label in the blue tin. That one also tasted really good, but it oxidized within like a week or 2. So I don't know if it's the tins, but flavor wise, it is great. I just don't know how long this is gonna last. Okay, let's try their iced matcha latte now. So the first instruction is to sift 3 grams of matcha. Then you're supposed to add 2 ounces of hot water at 175 degrees Fahrenheit. It's so bouncy. Next, they say to add 5 ounces of whole milk or oat milk to a 12-ounce cup of ice. Perfect, because this cup is about 12 ounces. So I'll add my ice, and I have my favorite oat milk that I always use. 5 ounces of this. That's a lot. That is way more than I usually use. That's 142 grams. Usually I only do 80 grams, so this is a lot. Okay, well, let's pour. Oh, that was risky. It filled to the brim. All right, so we have our Rockies Matcha and Community Goods Matcha Latte. Let's give it a try. Oh, I think it's gonna spill. Yeah, it's gonna spill. I'm just gonna drink a little. That just tasted like oat milk. I'm a little skeptical because I used a lot more milk and more water than I usually use. Anyway, let's just try it. Cheers. It's not bad, but I've definitely made better. I think if I made this with my usual ratio, I would get a much stronger flavor because right now it definitely tastes very diluted. I do still taste the matcha. I taste the nuttiness especially, but it's very light. I don't know, I really think it's just too much milk and a little bit too much water for my preference. The matcha itself is really good though, but if the matcha tastes like this at the actual Community Goods store, then I don't know how much I would love it. The matcha flavor is just not strong enough for me. But if you've ever been to Community Goods and you have tried this Rockies matcha latte, let me know in the comments what your thoughts were on it. So for today's matcha, we're going to be making a French toast matcha latte using the viral Nami matcha Kana First Harvest. Nami matcha has been viral many times, and they actually are a partner of a San Jose cafe called Last Chapter Cafe. And at that cafe, they offer a French toast matcha latte, which sounds really good. So this matcha, which they use at the cafe, has a pretty strong flavor. It is umami. It's very earthy, but also very vegetal. And it's also kind of naturally sweet too on its own. Here's what it looks like inside. So for these next recipes, I'm gonna just try to create my own recipe. I'm taking this from their Yelp page. Somebody uploaded a photo of their menu, and it says it's made with matcha, maple syrup, and cinnamon sugar. I also read through the reviews, and somebody said that there is no cream top on this matcha, so I'm not gonna add a cream top. But with this info, let's try to recreate this drink. For flavored matcha lattes like this, I like to add a little bit more matcha powder rather than just 3 grams. I'll do like 4 grams because I just want to make sure that you can actually taste the matcha against all the other flavors. I'm switching you guys to this view. Then I'm gonna add 40 grams of water. I do also have a discount code for Nami Matcha, so you can use Michelle15 and you'll get 15% off your order. Okay, so for the French toast part, they used maple syrup, cinnamon, and sugar. So I'm gonna take a ½ teaspoon of pure maple syrup. Then I'm also gonna add some cinnamon. I'm gonna take an 1/8 teaspoon. And I'm gonna take regular white granulated sugar. Also just an 1/8 teaspoon, because I don't want it to be too sweet. A lot of the reviews said the matchas were not too sweet. I'm gonna add a splash of hot water just to help the sugar dissolve. I just tasted it, but I think it could use a little bit more maple syrup. So I'm gonna do another ½ teaspoon. Then I'll add ice. I was aiming for 90 grams of milk, but I went a little bit over. And then let's pour our matcha. Top it off with a dash of cinnamon. And our French toast matcha latte is complete using the viral Nami Kana First Harvest matcha. Let's give it a good mix. Okay, I'm excited to try this. That's good. This would be even better as a hot matcha drink. The flavors are just giving more cozy vibes, and when I think cozy vibes, I think warm drinks. But this is really good. I can taste the maple, the matcha, and especially the cinnamon. You do get a little bit of that grittiness from the cinnamon though, but it's not that big of a deal. Some things I would change. I think I would use a little bit less milk actually. I would also try using brown sugar. I think the brown sugar instead of white sugar might enhance the French toastiness of it. But overall, I do like this combo, and I think it's a good idea. Shout out to Last Chapter Cafe and Nami. So for today's matcha, I'm gonna be making a banana pudding matcha latte. And this has gone viral, I don't know how many times on social media, like Matcha Cafe Maiko or Okayama Kobo. Those are the two that come to mind when I think of banana pudding matcha. But anyway, I wanna try and make my own version of it. So I do have vanilla wafers, and I have this banana cream pudding mixture. This is an instant pudding mixture by Jello. And I realized that I think I should be using a matcha that has a bit more bitterness in it to really help it stand out against the other flavors. So today I'm gonna try it with Aya Matcha's ceremonial grade matcha. This is their non-organic one. They do have an organic version. I have not tried that one yet, but this one is really good. I've mentioned this in a bunch of videos in the past, but I really like this one for its bold flavor. It's umami, it's grassy and vegetal, a little bitter as well. So I think this is going to pair well with the other sweet elements. I'm gonna use 4 grams of matcha and then 40 grams of water. Gorgeous. So for the banana pudding, this entire package makes 4 servings, so I'm just gonna make 1/4 of that. So I'm gonna take 24 grams of the pudding mix, and there are specific instructions if you're using non-dairy milk. So because I'm using oat milk, I'm gonna add 1/4 cup of milk. If you were using dairy milk, you would use 1/2 cup. Then according to the instructions, you just beat it for 2 minutes, and I let it sit for 5 minutes in the fridge. And then we have instant banana pudding. I don't have my regular square ice, so I have to use my star ice. I'm gonna add about 90 grams of milk. Add the matcha. Then add the banana pudding on top. Oh god, it's sinking. I'm gonna take out some of the ice cubes just so it's not completely overflowing. I'm garnishing with a crushed up vanilla wafer, as well as a whole one and a sliced banana. But here we have our banana pudding matcha latte. What a mess. This is probably the messiest matcha latte I've ever made. Okay, I don't even know how to eat this actually. There we go. Wow, this is thick. All right, let's give it a try. Wow, I actually like this. It's very banana-y, obviously, but I do taste the matcha. Yeah, this matcha is like really strong, so it's cutting through the other flavors. I can't stop drinking it. The vanilla wafer is also softened and it's like really crumbly and small, so you can actually suck it up through the straw very easily. And it's like nice and soft and gives a little bit of a texture change. And I usually don't like texture like this, but this works because it's still soft. It's not too much of a textural change. Feels like you're eating banana pudding. Okay, I want to try something a little bit different. I'm gonna try making a cream top instead. So I just added 2 tablespoons of heavy whipping cream, and I'm gonna add 1 tablespoon of the banana pudding mixture. Then I'm just gonna whip this up until it's combined and thick. Oh, it's like really thick. I think I need to add a bit of milk to thin it out. I'm gonna add a tablespoon of milk. That helped a lot, but I did use non-dairy milk, so I'm not sure if it'll be different if you use dairy milk. I'm actually gonna mix it together first, just so it looks a little bit cleaner in the end. Then I'm gonna add the banana pudding mixture. You guys, this looks so much better. Making a cream top definitely helps to keep that airiness and let it sit at the top instead of sinking to the bottom. And this topping is just chef's kiss. It's so pretty. This is definitely cafe quality. Let's try it. You definitely gotta mix in the cream top. Not as banana-y. I should have used more of the banana pudding. I taste the matcha and I taste the banana, but the banana is very light. But that might be good if you don't want too strong of a banana flavor. The first time won on flavor, this one wins on visuals. So if I could like combine the two, then I think that would make the perfect recreation. But this is still good though. And finally, for today's matcha, I am the most excited about this one. And this is the drink that inspired me to do this video because I really wanted to recreate this one. And this is Hatoya's matcha latte topped with matcha ice cream and shiratama dango, or mochi balls. And this drink I've seen go viral on social media so many times. Hatoya is a really popular matcha brand in Japan, but I've never been able to try it myself, so I want to recreate it today. And I do have one of their matchas that they use for this drink. This is one of their unreleased matchas. As you can see, they wrote unreleased on here. The actual name of this one is Midori, and they do offer this one at their Las Vegas store, which is their only store outside of Japan. They use this in their matcha drinks there. So this is what I'm going to use today. They do also offer another matcha powder, which is their seasonal Joyo number 3, which I do also have, but I don't think I have enough of this matcha powder to make the drink with because they use about 5 grams per drink. But if you want to see my full review on these matchas, as well as their fermented matcha and their $150 etsu matcha, then check out my review that I posted recently on my channel. But they also gave me a 30% off discount code so that you guys can shop their matchas on their global website. So you can use Hatoya Michelle 30 at checkout and you'll get 30% off. I'll leave the link in the description box. It's only valid until May 31st, 2026, and you can only use it once per customer. I also don't earn any commission, so this is all just for you guys. I just wanted to share because I love Hatoya and they love you guys as well. So happy shopping. Anyway, let's start with making the matcha. I'm gonna take 5 grams of this Midori matcha, which is kind of a lot. But I always hear people saying that Hatoya's drinks are on the stronger side, so it makes sense that they use a lot of matcha. Again, I don't have an exact recipe. I'm just kind of coming up with it as I go along. I'm gonna do 50 grams. I always just do 10 times the amount of matcha powder. This matcha is so green. I'll add my ice. And I think for this, I'll do 100 grams of milk. Then the matcha. I think that was one of the most beautiful pours I've ever done. Then I have my ice cream that I prepped. I just followed Catherine Zhang's exact recipe, so I'll leave it in the description box. I want it to be a nice round ball. I've never done this before. Okay. Okay. It's definitely going to overflow. Okay, and then I also made my mochi. I made a tutorial on this a while ago, which I'll also link in the description. They usually add 3. And there we have our recreated hatoya matcha latte. We have matcha at home. Okay, I don't even know how I'm gonna drink this. This looks crazy. I definitely needed a bigger cup. Okay, but let's try this. Wow, the matcha powder is really strong actually. I need a spoon. Let's just try the ice cream. That is so sweet. Let's try the shiratama. It's actually so good all together. You get the chewy rice ball, the sweet ice cream, and then the bitter matcha. I do kind of need to fish for the mochi though. It's so good. I see why it has gone viral. And now instead of flying all the way to Japan or Las Vegas, I can just make it at home. Although I do still want to try their stuff in store one day. If you try any of these recipes, please let me know. I would love to see your recreations, and you can even post on my community tab. You can post your own photos and interact with other people in the community, but also let me know if you've tried the actual drinks out of the ones that I recreated today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.